difference in the reach of 4 inches. And as Alex said, Williams' jab, one of the quickest releases you'll ever see almost in any division, whereas Weaver, well, he's been in 7 title bouts. He has held the WBA title. He's fought for the WBC twice. And here we go in round 1. 213 is Mike Weaver in the red trunks. Taller is Carl the Truth Williams in white at 218 pounds. First time they've met for Williams and Weaver. New York State rules, round by round. And then in case of a tie, supplemental point system, 3 knockdown rule in effect. 8-ounce thumbless gloves, Alex. Mandatory here in New York.
One of the safety measures that's been instituted by the commission here, trying to prevent against eye injuries. 8-ounce gloves which favor a puncher like Weaver. Carl Williams is very aware, Chris, that Mike Weaver is a slow starter. And he is jumping on him right here, as Michael Dokes did when Michael Dokes took his title away from him. And as Pinklon Thomas did when Thomas hurt Mike badly in the first round, their first fight, dropped him.
Carl the Truth Williams in white had said that in the gym down on the Canandaigua Ranch in Houston, Texas, Gonzales, Texas, he worked on defense. But you saw some beautiful offensive weapons that he threw at Weaver just a few moments ago. Beautiful combinations, which he is capable of throwing, and with authority. Because he has won 17, lost only 1 to Larry Holmes, and many thought he won that. 13 knockout.
He really hasn't established a jab here in the beginning, Chris, like
2 good left hooks.
His trainer thought he would. Carl Williams is really letting Weaver in a little bit closer than I expected.
And of course, one way to smother that jab is to get closer and get inside. And the referee, one of the best, Tony Perez of New York. We have 3 judges to do all the scoring. Eva Shane, a lady, Don Ackerman, and Wayne Knitz.
Solid right hand by Weaver.
And that got Williams' attention. Williams with very, very high cheekbones. And now on the left cheekbone, I see a little mouse, a swollen area. It's about where that punch landed. We're in the first round.
There's the Weaver jab. He established the fact that he had that punch in his repertoire back in the Pinklon Thomas fight. His most recent try for a heavyweight title. He jabbed very effectively and in fact out-jabbed Thomas through the 3rd, 4th, 5th rounds of that fight. He really hasn't used it a whole lot here, Chris.
Very methodical first round with about 30 seconds remaining. It is scheduled for 10 rounds. And if you just joined us today on our big afternoon of boxing on ABC, Mike Tyson, the darling of this area and a lot of areas, won his 18th fight at 119 of the 6th round over Jesse Ferguson, the referee, stopping the bout. The crowd went crazy. Hear the bell now, ending round 1 in 10 seconds.
All right, Rick.
All right, out of this corner on the far side, that is Michael Weaver, former WBA champion. Carl Williams, who had his shot at Larry Holmes's IBF title, is just counterpunching with Weaver now, and he considers this a stepping stone toward a title shot at either or any of the 3 title holders, Alex.
Real good left jab, right cross by Carl Williams. Seemed to stun Weaver momentarily there, but he didn't follow up.
Sneaky right by Weaver. Weaver can punch you out. 17 knockouts, including over Casilla. Those are heavy punches. Left hook to the body by Williams in white.
That's what Mike Weaver has to do. He has to let his hands go inside. He got one isolated punch off. There's no reason for him, if he's not tied up, not to let his hands go inside. He's a devastating body puncher, especially with the left hook. If you're a fan of Mike Weaver, you know he's a very frustrating fighter to root for. He really gets lethargic sometimes, seems to go to sleep, loses concentration in the ring, and just doesn't punch enough.
Like 63 seconds of the first round against Michael Dokes, then battling to a 15-round draw when they fought again. And here he's trying to make up for the reach disadvantage by getting a little closer, and his hooks worked, especially the last left hook. And effective jabs getting through. Beautiful left and right, then one to the body, mixing it up by Williams.
Weaver is hurt.
Round 2, 1 2:14 to go in the round. And down goes Carl Williams. Williams is down at 1:08 of the second. He is groggy. He was down twice against Jesse Ferguson, James Quick Tillis, Tony Perez man. Okay. 3 knockdown rule in effect. And there goes Mike Weaver trying to end it all.
He's in terrible shape, Chris. He's going to have to stop this fight.
The second. Now, the count is at 41 seconds. One more knockdown, and the fight is over. You cannot be saved by the bell in New York State except the last round. Weaver comes out like a raging bull, throws everything on the chin. We have 25 seconds. Third time, the fight is over. And Mike Weaver becomes a gymnast, and the crowd goes crazy. Don Manuel, his manager and trainer, Ray Barnes, Norm Lockwell. Pandemonium here at the home of the RPI NCAA hockey champions. Look at Mike Weaver, 33 years old. And Carl Williams is in trouble. The doctors have gone over. Dr. Bill Latham, Dr. Ted Zeltner, and Dr. Goodman of the New York State Athletics.